Now it's time to see what he is playing. He's going to set 1, set 2, set 3, and pass.
That is how Labrynth goes.
Now he's playing Labrynth as we see, but his deck is a little different from other Labrynth decks we have seen in the past. We're going to see how that's going to work out for him here against Brian. Starting off with 1-for-1, discarding Fiendsmith Engraver.
And that resolves is always a great way to start. And we're going to see if this Snake Eye Ash is able to get through. Oh, no, sorry, it's not Snake Eye. It is Yubel. This is Samsara D Lotus.
Yeah, when I see 1-for-1, I immediately think, oh, here comes Snake Eye Ash.
Like, I knew it was Yubel too. I was just so used to it.
Yes. I think this might be one of the first times I've seen Samsara D Lotus come out from that 1-for-1. Tamez wanting to make sure he checks the text on that, make sure it's not a quick effect attributed off the field so it could dodge a trap that he might have waiting here for Brian.
Does get around something along the lines of skill. Oh, Torrential Tribute. That is not what I expected.
Oh, okay.
Splish Splash.
Like, look at Brian's face. He's just like, oh.
That's interesting.
Normal summon the Fabled Lurie. Not really what you want to see, but, you know, it can get you there.
Yeah, it might be why he discarded the Fiendsmith Engraver, since Tract wouldn't be able to help him too much here. And he might be looking to add back that Engraver later on in the turn to use its effect after he can put that Fabled Lurie back into the deck. But he links away the Fabled Lurie for Fiendsmith's Requiem and then tributes it off to special summon another copy of Fiendsmith Engraver from the deck to the field.
Requiem to equip.
Yeah. You're going to be using the Requiem now.
Now it looks like he is looking at his extra deck. Might be wanting to fusion summon for that brand new Necro-equipped Princess.
I see it in his hand. There he's going to throw on the field.
That fills the materials for both of them, being able to send to the graveyard. Now he's going to put back the Requiem to special summon Fiendsmith Engraver to the field.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I likely believe he's going to go for sequence now at this point. Although he does have some ability to extend in his hand.
You have 3 in your hand. Cool.
Yes.
Now, Tamez is asking how many cards in his hand. It could be he's trying to run the numbers and get to that proper equation that he's looking for.
Wow, I thought we weren't about spoilers here, Billy.
Well, I didn't spoil anything. I'm just saying he's trying to run some numbers in his head.
Special Lady Labrynth?
Oh, so he does have Lady Labrynth in his hand. Since he activated a trap card, he can special summon it from the hand.
And then followed by a Welcome Labrynth.
And since there's no response, he's going to be able to use the Lady to set a trap from his deck. Looks like he grabs Big Welcome Labrynth.
Big Welcome.
Yep, going to be able to set up his engine here. And then from the Welcome Labrynth itself, likely going to be summoning.
Lovely.
And also, Resolution, Terrors.
And then Terrors of the Overroot.
That's a great card. You get to swap out a card on your opponent's side of the field with a different one in their graveyard.
No response.
Drawing card in your hand.
Yep, and now because a card was sent to the graveyard, we're going to be using the effect of Lovely.
And then
hitting the Abominable Chamber. Ooh, a lot of cards you don't want to see in your opening hand. It's just a Nightmare Pain and Infinite Permanence to follow up.
This is a tough spot for Brian. Tamez showing why he has made it this far with the Labrynth strategy.
Standby main. Lovely effect targeting Terrors. Set.
He's going to try and reset a trap here with Lovely.
This one is the one that can't be targeted when you have a second card.
Likely going to have to use the Infinite Permanence here just to like really mitigate the damage. And he's going to chain the Big Welcome because it's in the same column anyway. You need to use it now. Going to be able to put the Big Welcome, or sorry, put the Lovely back in the hand to resolve it.
Indeed he will.
IDP.
He's going to set Ice Dragon's Prison with the Lady.
Labrynth in attack mode right here.
Now Tamez, you know, he's only playing the big, the big Labrynth of the Silver Castle cards. He doesn't play any of the furniture, any of the small minions.
Yeah, something you haven't really seen a lot lately. When you typically think about the Labrynth deck, you think about the big engine version with a lot of the furniture, a lot of the Arianas, sometimes even Ariane. But no, this is back to the roots, just straight trap cards.
He's playing quickly, knowing how to play. He's probably practiced this matchup plenty of times, and going first is where he wanted to be. And he is in the driver's seat, in control here in game number 1 of round 11.
He's forcing the simplified game state here, which is exactly what Trap Labrynth wants to do.
Sorry, the card, the Nightmare Pain is in hand. That was my fault. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Nightmare Pain. Yeah, that was my fault. It's in hand. That's fine.
Accidentally using the effect of Lovely when it would have been in the hand, so it was not able to trigger.
Yeah, you're good. Sorry.
You're all good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, because he had to return it to his hand with the Big Welcome Labrynth, so it wasn't face up on the field to resolve. Because normally you destroy a card when a card leaves the field by a trap effect.
Yeah, it has to see it and then still remain on the field to activate. All right, so we're making it back to Brian's turn. He's able to activate the Nightmare Pain. He's able to destroy a dark monster from the field or his hand.
The placement of the card is fine.
Activate effect.
Activate Defective Nightmare Pain. So he did draw something that he's going to be able to destroy. Probably a Yubel, perhaps. A Spirit Yubel would be nice.
I'll chain Terrors, targeting this.
Terrors of the Overroot has just been an absolute terror here for Brian. He's going to swap out the Nightmare Pain with...
And Chain Lady.
Is that infinite imperms?
He's like, you can have another imperm. It's
just
not
give
going
him
to do
trap
anything
cards,
against me. And he's just going to be able to keep resetting that Terrors of the Overroot as well.
Okay.
Setting Destructive Daruma Cannon.
Another Daruma Cannon. Really all the powerful trap cards you can have in your arsenal.
Correct.
This is a trap control strategy.
I mean, this is pretty much over for Brian at this point. You know there's still an Ice Dragon's Prison in the graveyard.
Actually, short card with Lovely when I shouldn't have.
I'm going to activate the Fiendsmith, effective Fiendsmith Engraver. I'm going to shuffle back.
So now he's going to try and summon Fiendsmith Engraver. Let's see if this...
You're good.
Nope, doesn't do anything here from Temez. Going to hold Ice Dragon Prison.
Really no reason to use anything yet, right?
No. Not yet. Now, where does Brian go from here? He is in a pickle.
You know he has a Dark Monster in his hand. It potentially could be summoned here, but that would likely force out the Ice Dragon's Prison.
Link summon.
Yeah, unless it's one of those big Dark Monsters, that would be tough. But he's going to link away into the Fiendsmith Requiem that he put back on turn 1. Be able to tribute that off to get to another Fiendsmith Engraver, the 3rd copy.
This would be a good time to potentially banish both the Requiem and Engraver, cut them off from further points in the game.
Let's see if he does decide to use Ice Dragon's Prison here. He won't be able to use the Karma Cannon just yet. So he's going to equip the Requiem. I wonder
well, he can't target either of those, so...
Yeah. Where does he go next here?
Normal summon?
That is a good normal summon.
No, it is Samsara D Lotus. Not too bad. So it looks like he was trying to bait out some interaction there with the Nightmare Pain.
Banishing your... Or specialing Samsara and banishing both of these.
Yep, just going to get rid of both Samsaras now with the effective Ice Dragon Prison.
So reset.
Do you think there was any merit for Brian to try and like go after the Ice Dragon Prison before summoning the Samsara D Lotus? Or does the Engraver only go after monsters?
I thought it was monsters.
I think it is only monsters. Yeah, I've had that question before. Engraver is just monsters. It's a good card, but not as good as it could be.
It's as good as it needs to be.
Yeah, it's good as it needs to be, and this is going to be enough here for Temez elimination tournament. We're also going to have a live duel that you're going to want to stick around for to check out during that top cut. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on today beyond just the feature matches, so make sure you stick around all day to watch out for that. Now, Fiendsmith Engraver is going to start here for Brian. Sending it to the graveyard to add.
Assumingly tracked.
Resolution.
One day it'll be Fiendsmith Sanct. One of these days.
It doesn't need to be right now. But I got a peek at Brian's hand here, and it looks phenomenal.
All right, so he's actually going to get to, hopefully get to some Yubel stuff here since he's going first this game.
Going to be leading with the Fiendsmith to potentially bait out some interruptions here.
Discards Fabled Lure, he special summons it back to the field.
He already has a copy of Samsara D Lotus in his hand. So I wonder, do you think if he's going to go for the Beatrice line, what does he need to set up with it?
What is he going to send down with Beatrice? Or that's tough because, yeah, normally you can do that to search out Samsara D Lotus. Maybe there's something in his side deck you might want to send down. Maybe not even go for Beatrice at all. Maybe trying to find a different way to use those monsters on the field.
Yeah, maybe you go for something along the lines of Appaloosa, but if you know you're playing against Labrynth, is that something you really want to do? I think you just want to capitalize a little bit. Maybe even just setting up a Wave King.
Oh, that's true, yeah. That might be one of the options to go. But, I mean, Appaloosa, yeah, it's probably pretty tough. And there's a lot of trap cards that can deal with that. The Daruma Destructive Karma Cannon essentially deals with any Link monster, but we'll see how he's going to navigate this.
I like how he's playing this right now. He is just putting the bodies on the field, setting himself up so he can just extend with the Fiendsmith cards rather than throwing them all into anything currently.
Yep, just has that Necroquip Princess on the field. The Samsara D Lotus tributes itself to special summon Spirit Yubel. And on summon, it can add a spell or trap that mentions Yubel, so he adds Nightmare Pain. This is the classic combo. Nightmare Pain can destroy the Spirit of Yubel to add. See what he goes for.
Imagine.
Yeah, we're Pain popping the Spirit. I was just reading it.
Yeah, he already has a copy of Gruesome, but he looks like he's just getting another one.
Yeah, that's like the main thing you get. I was wondering if there's anything else he would want to grab in the situation, but then since Spirit of Yubel is destroyed, it's going to summon Yubel. You know, we featured a bunch of Yubels, but they never have Nightmare Throne, and it's like their best card in their deck. It gives you just like that extra body. It's pretty nice.
That's why we've seen it lose a lot, I guess, right? They don't get to have their best options.
Yeah.
Effective special.
So
Yeah, he controls a fiend. He's able to special summon the Gruesome and then destroy a monster. Optionally, he's going to destroy that Yubel. Going to be able to summon Terror Incarnate from the deck.
Anything here?
Yeah, you're good. I mean, no, you're good. Sorry.
So now he's going to maybe link away into Unchained Soul Lord of Yama.
I mean, you probably want to get to the Yama first.
Yep.
Yama is going to be able to add that Sharvara. Now he can use the Squirmer to special summon back the Yubel. Oh, we can just lead with Phantom of Yubel, of course.
Yubel and a 0.
Yes.
Definitely want to put those cards back so you have more things to summon from the deck.
Yep, Phantom Yubel definitely changed things for the Yubel deck, coming out in Battle Legends Terminal Revenge. And yeah, just being able to shuffle back the materials from your graveyard, field, or hand to summon from your extra deck. Can turn any monster effect to make it tribute itself to turn any monster effect into destroy a Yubel from your deck. Not the most useful against Labrynth, but maybe you'll be able to keep him from summoning Lady out of the hand or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, there are not that many monster effects, but they are pretty critical, the ones that do exist.
Yeah, it probably lines up a little bit better against the furniture build.
I mean, he still wants to be wary of cards like Nibiru the Primal Being, right?
True. Especially now in Game 2 and side decks are involved, and Temez knows he's going second.
Now he's committing the bodies to the field because he has that installation from Nibiru. He's able to go into sequence after using the effective Engraver.
Yep, that Link 2 is going to let him shuffle back a couple of Light Fiends to fusion summon Fiendsmith Lacrima.
He's going for Aerial.
I forgot we're playing Yubel.
Yep, that's going to be able to send any Fiend from his deck to the grave.
There's so many different options you have. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Another brand new card. Yeah, it lets you send any Fiend from your deck to the graveyard, and then it also can bring itself back from the graveyard at some point. Definitely a great new tool that Yubel got out of the Infinite Forbidden.
Yeah, we've seen so much of Necroquip Princess. We haven't seen as much of Aerial Leader, but they're both just fantastic cards.
Got it. Thank you.
Looks like he's still thinking about what Fiend to send down. Probably just another copy of the Lotus, I would guess.
Just so you have it, because normally it is shuffled back for Phantom Yubel purposes, but having one in the graveyard is useful. Yeah, it looks like that's what he did.
Yeah, I believe it can special summon itself back during the end phase, so you can use it as a tribute for Yubel.
Exactly. And then it still has that effect on the field, right? Where it puts up. Is it just negating another monster effect?
Which?
The effect of Lotus?
Oh, yeah, it does have that other effect. You always, sometimes you forget about like the last lingering effect. That's why you got to make sure you read all your cards.
It never happens anymore because it's often just back in the deck for Phantom of Yubel.
Yeah, I haven't seen it happen all weekend.
Yep.
And there is the Appaloosa.
I'm going to activate Squirmer effect.
I'm putting next to me.
A 0/0.
You're good.
So he's going to use Squirmer effect to summon back Spirit of
I
Yubel.
think you couldn't keep track of things like that. Oh.
Right, so now he can go ahead and activate the Sharvara, targeting the Phantom, or sorry, the Spirit of Yubel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Spirit of Yubel's effect to add a spell or trap from your deck to hand once per turn. The effect is special summon when it's destroyed?
Not once per turn.
Each effect once per turn. Got it.
I'm going to activate target.
You think Brian's trying to find a way to get to Varudis or something like that here against this?
He's already pretty close to it.
Chain link to
Oh, yeah, he should
It's about to be pretty represented.
If he just needs to get one more level 10 on the field.
He's going to use the Yama to summon back the Yubel from the graveyard, as well as the effect of Spirit of Yubel.
And here comes, yep, see, Temez finding out that that special summon effect is not once per turn.
Oh, my bad, sorry.
You're all right.
But now he has the materials he needs to go into a rank 6 and a rank 10.
Currently locked into Fiends because of the effect of Sharvara, so he's going to need to get that off the field. But it's pretty easy to do that.
Yep, just has to go in rank 6 first. Or he could link them away into Unchained Soul Rage.
We're going to go into the Wave King High Caesar as well as yeah, Solar Rage probably not that good. I mean, Lil Knight is very strong in this matchup, but you need to have a monster to be able to take.
True.
And then the Wave King High Caesar is obviously very strong against all the actual Labrynth trap cards.
Yes.
It will be key here. Temez is going to need something like Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon.
It's a very, very powerful field. There's a Runic Tip.
What? What's going on? He's laughing. He does side these cards, so it's not something you would expect in a Labrynth deck. But here comes the Runic Tip. Look, he's questioning life right now. Like, what's happening?
I mean, who needs a battle phase if you're playing Labrynth?
Duality?
Hot duality. Another old school card, and there's a destructive Druma Karma Cannon.
I mean, as long as the Varuda stays on the field, this is not too much of a concern.
Yeah, you'd have to pair it with something else. It looks like he is at least thinking about it. Gonna add freezing.
That negates a monster effect. Right?
Yes.
Curses.
I
always want to say freezing chain, so I have to like pause myself. Like, no, freezing chains. That's
no, that's a structure deck.
That's a structure deck. That's a good one.
It's a pretty strong one.
4.
Hey, the Ice Barriers just got new support in Battle Legends Terminal Revenge too.
It looks like he's activating the freezing curses here. I almost changed there too.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for that.
How many does it mill if it resolves?
3.
So, did the Runic Tip banish a card?
Resolves.
It might be under the Yama. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, it looks like we're losing a Spirit of Yubel here.
Set 2. Set 3.
Card of Demise. He gets to draw into his 3 cards in his hand. So strong it's limited to 1, but an excellent card in trap-heavy strategies.
I just realized that the Runic Tip was met with Ash Blossom. I just missed that.
Oh, okay. That explains the Ash Blossom in the graveyard.
Yeah, that would check out.
So that's kind of cool. The Runic Tip got to bait out a card that would normally like shut down his strategy.
Battle phase 2 because it's implied with Runic. It is. That's where the tournament was.
Yeah. You don't have to say inner battle phase to skip it, it sounds like. So he's just going to discard that big welcome Labrynth at the end phase. Probably means he has another one.
I mean, it's a strong one to put in the graveyard, especially since you're able to use its effects if you're able to put out anything else. And he does have the Waking High Caesar, like less effective on the field at this point. He did have to use the freezing curses on that turn just to resolve the card demise, so the Rooters is back online. He needs to pair it with something else now.
Am I really scared of that? Draw phase, I'm gonna heavy duster both your cards.
Okay.
Oh, Heavy Storm Duster. That just destroys 2 spell and trap cards.
Yeah.
Not allowing any more value from the Nightmare Pain here.
I love Heavy Storm Duster. Haven't seen it in a while, but really cool to see Temez bringing it here.
We lost the Nightmare Pain. I missed what the other card was. Oh, it's Called by the Grave.
Probably not super useful against this deck.
I mean, it could be. A lot of recursion from the graveyard, but
interactions I'd like to use. I just have to think.
Right, we're trying to make some more plays before the main phase here.
How does he want to clean up? So he's going to start with Welcome Labrynth here to try and special summon a Labrynth monster from the deck.
I'd be surprised if this wasn't met with the High Caesar.
I'm going to Skill Drain.
And that will likely be met with Rodriguez.
And does
with
he
another
have
Skill Drain? Solemn
Strike.
That is the ultimate combo.
I told you he's going to need a combination of cards, and this is a terrific combination. He's going to get to resolve the Welcome Labrynth. Skill Drain is going to remain face-up on the field, and the Strike is going to take care of the card that is the strongest against the Labrynth strategy on Brian's side of the field. But he gets to destroy a card, I believe. Rudis, if you touch it, it destroys the card on the field.
Yeah, even when it's unable to destroy it, finds a way to destroy it.
I won't change it that then.
I mean, he has, like, it destroys any card, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, it was going to have to go after that Skill Drain. He does have the big welcome
He
now.
lives up to his name, the final bringer of the end times, and he looks so cool. He's like that giant, like, kaiju, just, like, destroying the planet.
I mean, it really did effectively trade with 2 to 3 cards here.
We trade with, like, 5 cards, I feel like, if you count the freezing curses. But I guess that doesn't really count because the card of demise.
I mean, it did. It did something. The card demise just gave him 3 cards back. But.
Yeah.
And then another Ice Dragon's Prison here. Like,
going for Fiendsmith Engraver.
Just trying to cut off that immediate value, at least putting it on the field, right? Or no, there's plenty of Fiends available. We're going to be able to get rid of the High Caesar as well.
No response.
Or the Phantom Yubel, most likely the High Caesar.
Big welcome to bounce your Caesar.
Oh.
I'm going to bounce my Caesar.
No, that's going to send Shavara to the graveyard.
Yep, just going to try to clear the field, leave up an Appaloosa with 0, zero attack after the Skill Drain. And then no cards available for Temez. All the information is known now. He just has to go after the Skill Drain.
Rogers will destroy the Skill Drain.
And now he's going to normal summon Lurie.
Yeah.
After, of course, resolving the Shavara.
Yep, since Shavara was sent to the graveyard, doesn't matter from where, even if it's from the overlay network, and so he's get to set the Abominable Chamber.
Michael Temez doing a really solid job of clearing as much as he could, but Brian still has the remainder of his turn now. He hasn't actually done anything. It was just able to clear the field. He has not committed anything to the turn. Making sure he's not missing anything here, going to explore his options. He just needs to find that damage now to be able to commit. Normal summoning that Lurie, he's able to go back into his Fiendsmith engine.
Yeah, so talking about damage, like before the Infinite Forbidden came out, the Yubel deck was strong, but it did lack a little bit of that firepower, that finishing, to be able to put a lot of damage on the board. Since some of the monsters have 0 attack, right? But now that they have the Fiendsmith engine, they're able to access a lot more damage and finish games a little quicker.
I wonder what the most efficient way to do it. It seems like Michael is at 55 after the strike and the skill drain. So is it easier to just attack for game with a bunch of monsters and clear with the Fiendsmith Engraver right now, or are we going to summon Yubels and swing into it?
We're going to have to find out how he decides to navigate it. The skill drain did resolve, right? So the Appaloosa is just sitting there.
Yeah, it's just a 0 attack monster.
Yeah.
It's a Link 4. You know, maybe you make Zelantis, maybe you make Access Code. I doubt either of those are in his extra deck, but, you know, it could happen.
I love making Access Code with the Link 4.
Yeah, read the prep party set. It was a special one, right? Special on chain.
Yeah, don't you play it? Activate effect.
But now you just use Aerial Eater's effect to summon itself back from the graveyard.
Yeah, all the recursion in the world, so many free cards.
Yeah.
See how he proceeds next. He has most of the damage represented. He just needs a little bit more.
I'll go to battle.
Temez sitting on no cards. No cards on the field, no cards in the hand.
And no value in the grave after the big welcome is used. Looks like we were able to just go ahead and attack with just those. Then he's able to make High Caesar again. I'm surprised he didn't try to go into sequence and make a Lacrima play, just to deal with the remaining damage.
Looks like he's just trying to play it safe. He sees Temez with no cards, and he's like, all right, I'm going to win this game if I just make sure he can't come out of it.
And then using the Squirmer here.
And special summon it since he has a Fiend.
Oh, looks like he's going to try to make the SP Little Knight as well.
Yeah.
Banishing the Lady, I imagine?
Another useful way to...
or maybe just the Welcome Labyrinth?
Use that Appaloosa.
Yep, going to banish the Welcome Labyrinth here. Taking out all the resources from Michael's graveyard.
It's 14 to 8.
16.
Oh, okay, he was leaving 16, so the Lacrima wouldn't be enough.
But he's at 16.
Yeah, after Skill Drain, Strike, and 18 from the Engraver, as well as...
Could he have summoned SP Little Knight before going to battle phase?
He would have had to... I think he could have, yeah. Yeah, he very much could have.
It matches too much here, but that's okay. Temez is still sitting on 0 cards. Yeah, but that's all I needed to see.
Like, he's actually getting my turn. Yeah.
And I'm not going to say it's a guarantee, but we'll say like 99% going to make it to the top 64. The other one's going to have to win the last round. And Temez starting with Runic Tip.
This is interesting. I didn't...
Jinx. That's all.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think the Runic cards would still be in his deck if he's going first. I thought that was specifically something he uses to break fields, but maybe he just finds it valuable in this matchup. Or we lost the tract!
Banish 1 card, and it's the one Fiendsmith tract. You see the expression on Brian's face. Not happy about that at all.
The chances were low, but you know, the birthday luck is gone.
It has been gone for Brian. That is tough. That is the best card he probably could have hit off the Runic Tip.
Stand by.
Is it followed up with drawing Lurie?
Oh man. Well, to see.
Okay, opening the Spirit Gates, that is a fantastic card. We haven't seen it at any point yet, but that is one of the most powerful starters here. Able to access the Dark Beckoning Beast, but also get that ability to summon a 0/0 from the graveyard. But we are seeing the Runic Destruction, able to banish the top 4 cards of the deck and getting rid of that.
All right, nothing too bad lost there from the top of the deck. Yeah, opening Spirit Gates is incredible. Just like Nightmare Throne, they don't seem to be drawing their really powerful spells.
Nope. There's Nightmare Throne!
There it is!
Baited it out.
It was bait. Nightmare Throne is going to let him add.
You don't need the track if you're able to go this strong.
Does he grab Samsara D Lotus? Or he looks like he's eyeing Spirit Yubel. He might have something like Nightmare Pain already in his hand.
Destroy Yubel.
Yep, that's one.
Effective Spirit.
Yeah.
Instead of adding, just destroying it straight, you're able to special summon a Yubel from the deck here.
to summon Yubel to the field.
Have to attack it or whatever?
No,
no, that's the other one.
That's not him.
That's the effect of Nightmare Pain, yeah.
At least he knows there's a card that forces you to attack Yubel.
He has not let it hit the field very frequently, so...
Anywhere to hand,
yeah, Tamez's strategy seems to be, oh, you're playing a card? I'll stop it. I'll stop it. I'll stop it.
Get that out of here. All right, Brian in the driver's seat at this point. He's able to normal summon Cemetery Lotus here.
Card in hand, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. It's level 10, right? Or 11?
It's level 10.
And
now, it does look like Brian did get a minor warning for shuffling the materials for Phantom of Yubel before summoning game number 2, but, you know, just a warning. Not a big deal as long as you don't accumulate multiple warnings for the same kind of thing throughout the tournament.
Do you have anything?
I do. I have a response. I'm just...
Wasn't sure what's going on.
Yeah, Tamez is just thinking about his response here, not clearly indicating to Brian. Brian's making sure he's aware if he is allowed to continue or not. He's in the tank on this one.
This is an important turn.
Is he in his extra? Oh, he's doing the equation.
No.
He's doing the math.
He's like, no, you're good. It looks like the numbers don't add up.
Yeah. Special one from deck?
Yes.
We are using it to get the copy of Spirit of Yubel here, assuming both other copies have not been banished. Okay, no, right on the top. It was close. It was close.
And now he gets to add Nightmare Pain more than likely from his deck to his hand with that Spirit of Yubel effect.
And that one destroys.
Or gets to set it.
Yeah, might as well play around draw, even though it's a little late for that. But I mean, actually, no, it's not.
Face up, you have to attack Yubels, and it reflects damage.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, you thought this was Yubel? It's actually my Conco.
All the same. I feel like Yubel did what Mikanko did way before it was cool.
Way before.
Actually, it was always cool with Yubel, not gonna lie.
Mystic Tomato.
Limit reverse.
There you go. And all the Duel Links fans up there, you had the Fire King Yubel. That was one of my favorite decks.
You're good.
All right, Tamez is letting Brian proceed.
Yeah, this is interesting. When you are playing that equation trap card, you have to consider every single change on cards in the field when you eventually get to that number that fits.
Yeah, you probably know all the combinations on your extra deck that can add up to the right numbers, and so you just have to keep that running count on all the cards. But you see Brian knowing that Varudis is one of the strongest cards in this matchup, and he goes for it as soon as possible to protect his cards, Nightmare Pain.
And then he's able to use Nightmare Pain to destroy another copy of Yubel from his hand that's going to be able to add a card from his deck to hand, and then the Yubel will trigger to summon a Terra Incarnate.
Adds the gruesome Grave Scormer. And here comes the Yubel Terra Incarnate.
Anything here?
The destruction was the...
I love that Tamez is counting all the cards. It's so funny.
I think Brian is pretty, like, I think Brian understands what's about to happen.
If he, yeah, he has to have something like Imperm also, but if he does it, that's the way to get back in this game, because you don't want to destroy Varudis. As we saw in that other game, he's able to take a card down with it, but simultaneous equation cannons would banish everything.
Yeah, we can see that Michael can't do too much with just one card outside of Card of Demise itself, if you're able to limit all the interaction that you're able to do. Going into that Moon of the Closed Heaven here. Not going to be able to access the tract, but it's fine. We still have the remainder of the Fiendsmith cards.
I know it's a very complicated story.
I'm calculating for the cannon.
I understand, but it's happened multiple times with no responses or
yeah.
So I don't want to get accuracy.
No.
It looks like Michael's getting a slow play warning for that counting here. I understand it is a little bit difficult.
You're good.
What? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's not. He's. What is he supposed to do? Not count so he can't use his card? I'm sorry. I disagree with that. But now he's going to shuffle back his 2 materials to summon Phantom of Yubel. Like, he's not taking any time at all. He's been playing extremely fast this whole time. Like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, he's been playing his turns extremely fast. He knows what his options are, but the one thing he has taken his time on is the equation. And, you know, you are allotted a certain amount of time for a math quiz.
That is...
Yeah.
I'm going to welcome.
All right, so here he goes to activate the Welcome Labrynth.
I imagine this is fine. You're not going to use the Varudis on this. You're going to allow this to happen every time. It's not going to do anything too impactful. The only thing you really have to worry about is Lovely Labrynth if it's paired with anything else.
I'm going to...
Oh, no, it looks like he's gonna not disrespect it.
That's resolving?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will pop a card.
Yeah.
What is he going to destroy? Here's Varudis.
Yeah, at this point, I think he's just fine if the equation is activated here, if he's able to resolve.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, it's Trap Trick.
7, 8, 9.
Nine.
That should be right.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get rid of everything else here.
Trap Trick. Trap Trick's going to get simultaneous equation cannons. So this card, banish 1 fusion monster and 2 Xyz monsters with the same rank from your extra deck, whose combined level and ranks equal the total number of cards in both players' hand and on the field. And then you return 2 banished monsters to the extra deck, whose combined level and rank equal the level of 1 rank face-up monster or rank of one face-up monster your opponent controls, and then you banish all cards they control. So he needs since there's the 10 on the field. Yeah, you got to read it. You're still not going to know what it does.
Yeah, like at this point you have to trust him. Like you're not going to be able to do, like, he's been doing that math the entire turn and it's still been a little tricky. You just got to let it like play out.
Yeah, try to
I don't have a response.
No response.
No words.
7, 8, 9. That banish 3, 3, and a 3.
The banish is a 3, 3, and a 3, so that's
Shuffle back
9.
2 3s. Banish your Fiendsmith. Banish everything.
On the field.
Yep.
Yep, so that's it. 6 equals the right number. The math adds up. The formula has been executed, and everything is banished.
Time extension.
Right into the simplified game state here. Unlucky that he had to use the Fiendsmith interaction. He doesn't have any follow-up there now. He has to just play from the cards in his hand. He's already used his normal summon on the Sincerity Lotus. Oh, and his last card in hand is the lead.
Oh.
No response to that.
Okay, Brian's not out of it yet. He just has to find a way to get more monsters onto the field now that he's lost it all.
Now that he's lost it all.
Temez ran the numbers, and Brian's birthday ended yesterday.
Doesn't look like he was quite prepared for this card as I expected. I thought with the counting he would have known, but it looks like we are still able to go into the Phantom Yubel. That's why Temez shotgun his lady as soon as it was off the field, so he wasn't able to interact with it now. But this does put a Fiend back on the field for the Gruesome.
What do you have the normal summon?
I'm sorry?
What do you have the normal summon in your hand? That's what I'm wondering.
So he has the Phantom Yubel at least.
He definitely normal summoned the Sincerity Lotus this turn, right?
It's tough. I'd have to see his graveyard. I don't know. I'm not. He used Nightmare Throne. You know, he started with
opening straight gates. It got destruction.
Throne destroyed.
The Yubel. It put the Yubel on the field. Then he
had to get another level 10.
Yeah,
it was the Lotus because he went to Varudis immediately. Oh no, there's no Lotus in his graveyard.
He made
shuffled it back
yeah.
to Phantom Yubel. Duh. Now he's gonna pass.
That can't be destroyed by cards, right? Battle.
Can't be destroyed by battle. He does take the damage without the Nightmare Pain, right?
I think so. I think Phantom Yubel has the built-in reflection. But he just sets the card he draws and passes. He was able to stop him, but Temez had to use all his cards along the way.
Oh, that's Chaos Summoning Beast. It doesn't really do anything on the field, but it is a Fiend.
So he could be looking to go into Yama.
Yep.
Yama can go a long way here. Unfortunately, there is a card set for Michael here, so he's not going to be able to go into any cool combos with maybe a Cell of Anguish. Oh, but it's an Ice Dragon's Prison.
What's your target?
Target a Fiend Engrave. Or target a card Engrave. Or target your Requiem.
Sorry, Requiem?
Yeah.
He's going to have to change something here just so that there's no value from the lady.
Response.
Oh, no. It looks like
banish, or summon it, and then banish.
Oh, we're not getting any value from the lady here.
Just going to take...
Labrynth effect in graveyard.
So he can reset Welcome Labyrinth.
Yes.
All right, he's still able to summon the Gruesome Square Swimmer, I believe.
All right, Brian, not out of it just yet, even though he lost his whole field last turn.
Yeah, I mean, how far can a Yama go, though?
Yep. And I just get battle phase last turn because of Runic, sorry. But it's implied again.
We're running low on the clock here. We definitely want to find damage. Labrynth is not great at putting damage on the field. It wants to set up over several turns.
He's going to link away the 2 for Yama as we saw coming. Going to probably grab the Unchained Soul of Shavara.
not able to get past this wall here. Squirmer is going to be able to special summon a monster with 0/0 from the graveyard. It's going to summon a Spirit of Yubel. That's great.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate the effect, right? So you're able to get access to Nightmare Pain.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was still one in there.
Looks like things are turning around for Brian here. That is kind of the drawback with the Equation Cannon. You do have to wait for the moment when you can actually use it, but by then you might have lost so many cards along the way.
All right, looks like we're not going to get anything from there, but we are getting the Spirit of Yubel effect when it's destroyed. We're going to be able to special summon from the deck.
Yep.
We get the Yubel here. I think it's pretty easy to just try to set Michael back to 0 cards. He just needs a way to clear the Welcome Labrynth. And then from there, he is able to try to get rid of the lady. Unfortunately, Soul of Rage is unlikely to ever going to be able to target the lady here, because if you are able to go into chamber, activating the chamber alone would be able to trigger the lady to set another trap card from deck, which would make it untargetable.
Yeah, this is an intense moment for both players.
See, it looks like he's about to go into SP Little Knight, which he's not able to do because he's currently still locked under Fiend. Yeah, he notices immediately.
It doesn't upgrade from the one.
Understood.
Forced to go into a Fiend first, so he's going to link away the Sharvara as well as the Yubel into Soul of Rage, which is going to be able to trigger the Sharvara to set the chamber if he still has it in his deck.
Where does he go from here?
Oh, he's just passing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, there's really not much to do.
And this adds back a Fiend from the grave whenever it dies, right?
Yes.
Yep, whenever it's sent to the graveyard.
I mean, I think it would still be worth it to at least try to SP Little Knight banish the Welcome here.
Yeah, this is where Temez can turn things around. He has a lady, he has a Welcome that can get him to Lovely.
You attack the blue dog, correct?
Yes.
He's attacking the Soul of Rage. Soul of Rage is going to be able to add something back here.
Yes.
Adds back any Fiend. Doesn't necessarily have to be an Unchained card.
I'm going to add back...
Maybe adding back the Spirit of Yubel as to something to block damage at this point.
The battle phase effect? Yeah.
Yeah, there's only a minute on the clock.
Yeah, still during battle phase.
Oh, going to be adding Sharvara. Oh, and this is why the card in his hand is really going to come in clutch. We're activating Welcome Labrynth. It's forced to special summon. This is not the one that has optional, and we're going to change Spooky Dogwood.
Oh, man. Time is winding down.
He does not have any small options.
He only has the big options in deck. If he played the Furniture, he might be able to circumvent this, but that's going to gain...
I didn't chain lady, it's fine.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he couldn't chain lady because it got cut off by the Dogwood.
I'm at 97.
You're 97 right now?
Yeah.
Take over for 900?
Yeah.
Yep, that puts him still above 8,000.
We got 3 more minutes, though.
Dogwood putting in work even against a deck that only has 4 monsters in it.
Ice Dragon Prison. Set one, go.
The lady is going to reset the Ice Dragon's Prison and then set 1 card from hand. They do have some extra time here.
How much you got? 88?
Yes.
Cool. Yep. I didn't take damage, right? I haven't taken damage this game. It's a new game. Sure. Yep.
Oh, yeah. So
Yep, 8,000.
Yep, just to make sure it's 8,000 to 8,800. 88 being Brian here after the effect of Spooky Dogwood.
No, I attacked over on his field. I attacked 1,200 and 1,000.
I took 1,200 and then I gained life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judges seeming
I took
to
life, and then I regained it.
Yeah.
just wanting to make sure that they understand where life points are at.
I'm at 88.
Yep. We got 3 minutes.
Brian deciding how he wants to lead this turn here.
Okay.
Yeah. So can we get 4 minutes because we talked about this for a little bit?
All right, they do have some extra time from a slow play warning, so we are still in extra minutes here.
Oh,
Yeah, go.
Squirmer effect?
Yeah, you're good. Special. Yeah.
So he's going to be able to banish the Grave Scorn to spell summon back Spirit of Yubel.
He could use a Shavara again here. I wonder if he has any more Phantom Yubels left. We have been seeing a lot of players play 3, but it doesn't look like he has it. There's only the 2 that he's already used up.
But, okay.
All right, now Brian's taking. I feel like Brian's taking a little more time than Temez was for counting the cards on the field.
I mean, he does have the opening Spirit Gates. He knows he has to play into the Ice Dragon's Prison. There's one unknown here. We're going to start with opening the Spirit Gates here. Going to be able to add the Dark Beckoning Beast.
Normal effect.
Dark Beckoning Beast is going to attempt to add something else as well.
I'm sorry, I can't resolve.
Yep, banished it. So he can't be resolved to fail to search.
Is there a copy of Nightmare Pain in his graveyard? Or is it, are they strictly
they're
banished? They're all banished?
Oh, there's at least 2 banished, I think.
But there isn't one in the graveyard to get back with the opening Spirit Gates?
I don't think so. Just going to try and destroy.
On the effect, chain target Yama, chain lady.
So he's going to do Ice Dragon Prison, target the Unchained Soul of Yama, chain the lady to set from his deck, spell summon the Yama, and banish both fiends. This is probably going to do it. And then he gets to destroy the Spirit Gates.
Yep. Really cleaning up nicely here. Leaving with just the Dark Beckoning Beast, which allows him an extra normal summon, which does not matter here for the Shavara.
Yep, Brian knows the writing is on the wall. Yep, past the deck to cut. He has nothing else to do here.
As long as Michael doesn't activate another runic card, he should be able to take it.
Temez draws.
Hostile now?
That's your turn. Battle phase. Yeah, battle phase. Yeah. Tag over 3,000.
Attack.
So you're at what? 58?
This is going to be enough.
Attack for 29.
Yep.
Attack for 29. Activate.
That's plenty of damage.
Where's that putting you?
Big
welcome.
Yeah, big welcome.
Chain lady.
Big welcome, and you get to chain the lady.
Sets trap trick.
Bounce. Attack for game.
Attack for game, and Temez takes it on the back of